It's 2 minutes after 6 o'clock. I'm calling the Community Diversity and Engagement Committee to order. Our first order of business is to elect, since we've got a whole year, almost, first order of business is to elect a new chair and co-chair. Excuse me, vice chair. Are there any? Is there anybody who wants to be vice chair?
Do I have to vote for myself if I'm already vice chair?
Well, no, we're re-voting.
Re-voting.
Yeah,
Is a
we
whole-
have, this is a whole new year, so.
Okay. Yeah, no,
You're gonna be
yeah,
vice-
I still like
okay.
to be vice chair, yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
And Tammy has stepped up and asked to be chair this coming year for the next 6 months. She would like to try that position, and I'm willing to step aside to let her do that, experience it.
Anybody
The
else?
good and the bad of it. Anybody else?
I'd second for Tammy to be chair for
Okay.
this year.
And I'm seconding, Fazio to be vice chair. Oh. Tim,
At this point, I'd recommend you take a vote on the chair. And then you can move to the vice chair after that.
okay, all those in favor of Tammy being chair, please raise your right hand. Unanimous. All those who want Fazio to be vice chair, raise your left hand.
Oh, fail.
Oh.
I did the same thing. I started to do it.
And Fazio will be your vice chair. And with that, Tammy will take over the meeting.
Can I ask a clarifying question? For the recording, do you need the voice votes? No, you're good. Okay.
Okay. I will entertain a motion for the minutes.
I move that the minutes be accepted in their entirety.
I second.
Any discussion? All approved? Aye.
Aye.
And trusted citizens. Jackie, did you sign up? Yes. I'll touch the button.
Okay. Hello, my name is Jacqueline Brain, and I wanted to take time to share briefly what is coming up for these two groups. I would like to start with Greater Northeast Kaiser Neighborhood Association. We are looking forward to the Kaiser Little League contract being moved to an outside group for our growth and development. Kaiser City Council is hosting a work session this coming Monday, January 12th at 6 p.m. here with a group to lay a good foundation. Our meeting for this month was changed for holidays, and we are working on setting up our next meeting. Some of what will be covered in our welcome packet updates for both groups. We are also looking at the upcoming joint meetings with all neighborhood association partnering, along with updating our information for the new year and working on a marketing plan and upcoming goals for the 2026 term. Neighborhood Watch is a crime prevention program that allows us to work in partnership with law enforcement to reduce crime, solve problems, and improve the quality of the life in our community. prevention of crime, particularly crime involving residential neighborhood, is a responsibility that must be shared equally by law enforcement and private citizens. The fact is, the impact on crime prevention by law enforcement alone is minimal when compared with the power of private citizens working with law enforcement and with each other. Kaiser United's meeting Monday here from 12 to 1:30 for partnership, sharing resources for those who would like to connect more. Thank you, Jacqueline Green.
Anybody have any questions?
Can we get some of that, dates? I try to take notes. Just want to make sure, can we get all of that?
I can hand you this.
Perfect. You.
Don, I have a copy of that for you. Guest speakers, we don't have any. All Nations Day, I'm gonna let Robin take the lead.
Yeah, okay, so I passed out a little handout just now. Thank you, thanks, and. What I did, these are all the elements of an event. These are all of the things that we would need to plan for and estimate a cost for. The venue will be here, obviously. And we will have to check with Lily as far as a date in September, but I'm thinking in late September, even after school opens, would be a good time. The weather may be hot, but sometimes we're lucky and it's a little cooler. And those things in bold are things where we'll need to make some decisions and assign, delegate people to work on these particular events. The Kaiser Times has stepped up and we will be happy to do the media and the marketing for the event to make sure that everybody knows about it. But those things that we would need are vendors for the Civic Center grounds. And the idea is to take and just outline the entire grassy park area, so all the booths are facing inward. And we will have music and entertainment both in the gazebo and hopefully if there's no activities going on in the Civic Center in one of the smaller rooms. We found at the 40th birthday party, we really did not need the whole Civic Center event area, just one small portion of it. And then the food trucks, I will talk to the Heritage Center to see if we could have them located there, but those will also be cultural type foods to be served over there. No electricity necessary, they'll come completely contained. And then entertainment again would be either out in the gazebo or in the Civic Center itself. And this entertainment also would be, say, people who want to talk about their culture and give a quick little educational blurb about who they are, what they do, and why their culture is, and why they do some of the things in their culture. Also speakers from the community. Mostly dignitaries, we have some of the councilmen, the mayor, obviously, speak about all nations, about what CDC does and why we're doing this event. But it's to educate everybody about different cultures. And then, of course, you need operations who would manage decorations, the tables and chairs that we would need, trash and recycling. I'm hoping that Lawrence will stand up and go ahead and contribute or sponsor that trash and the recycling. We could get a couple of canopies for the inside of the park so that we could use them as shading in case it's real hot. We could use them for shading and cooling off. A couple of tables, picnic tables, so people have a place to sit. And then the operations will do not only a decoration, but vendor map layout so that people when they arrive will know where they're supposed to go. And then from the city, we would need cones or something to barricade off the that driveway over there, so people aren't coming in all the time. And then my estimation is that we're gonna need about 36 or 40 volunteers. And I think that we could reach out to the different churches, Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops. And see, most of them are starting their year in September and require some sort of community service work. So this would be a good time for them. We would need volunteers for setup, trash and recycling. Distribution, meaning they have to actually move it out of the garbage can into a dumpster somewhere. Vendor setup, somebody making sure the vendors are setting up correctly. The food trucks are blocking each other and they're set up correctly. Then we'll also need several entertainment hosts to make sure that the entertainment is going on as needed. And then, you know, in case we've got somebody that's a no-show, they can hurry up maybe and find something else that's on the grounds. We'll need some volunteers to help put up decorations, do table and chair setup, canopy setup, home placement. And then also just to be good stewards and hosts throughout the events. So if you've got somebody who's sitting alone, somebody go up and talk to them. Ask them why they're there, see if we can get them more engaged in what's going on. You know, mothers with little children, and it's always good just to touch base with whoever is out there, making sure that they're having a good time, that they're not worried about anything, and they're getting what they need as well. Whether it's water, somebody or whatever, it's just good for us to do all of the mingling, and then of course, clean up. And hopefully that won't be too bad. But, and I'm thinking the hours that we do this would be somewhere between 11 and 5. Giving us time to set up in the morning. And 5 o'clock. Disbursement, and then we won't be in the dark while we're cleaning up. And I think that that's a good length of time. It's about 6 hours.
Is it a one day even?
It's a 1 day event, I'd like to see how well it goes, see what we need to either replace or redo, or maybe even add to it. This first year, and then the second year, we can make all the improvements and changes. Any questions?
Okay. Thank you, Jen. I have a lot.
And I did hear the last meeting, so I think I have an idea. I mean, we've talked about it before, so I kind of know where we're going here. One, we're talking about September, so Kaiser also holds the summer concert series through summer, and I think it goes through beginning of September. So I think it's one thing, once we're looking at dates, we may want to double check that doesn't conflict with them. Good. Go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to follow up. I did talk with the folks at Valor Mentoring this week, and they're not currently planning on having a concert in September. I think the last weekend in August is the final show for that at this point.
Thanks, Jim.
you.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah, calm down. Okay, so I have that answered. I personally, when I'm doing events, if maybe could have a map, not just a map, but basic, if you could put kind of map together, okay, this is the area we're talking about, this, we're gonna have this, that's where the food, to me personally, it helps visualize where everything's gonna be located. And I think it helps us, if you have any more input, it's easier to see and think through, so.
I can
that's
certainly
that.
put one together, it's not that hard.
Thank you. So I know Events Horizon is going to be a day, the hours 11 to 5. The only thing I would share, if everybody's open to, it's the first week of school. I think sports may start it as well. So I don't know if maybe noon to 6 would work. I know we're trying to also take into consideration the setup time and cleanup time. But I wonder if we're start at noon, kids have sports in the morning, parents may be done, and they may be able to join. Just, I don't know if it makes a difference, I'm just taking that into consideration as well, because I know at least some of the soccer games, they go. I think the one in Kaiser, I think they go in the morning from 8 until noon or 1. So at least, you know, those folks who have more of a chance to participate if it starts, you know, for instance. So that's my suggestion, we go, and another. Do you have? I know you mentioned before how you're going to try to help folks, I think some of my words the last 2 days. I know you talked about it many times before, how you would be reaching out, so have people help and volunteer and donate, so it can offset the cost of this event, but we're still going to have an expense. Do you have any idea of ballpark of what you're talking about here? Because this has to be presented to the city council, and I think we should have at least a ballpark of how much this would cost.
Yes, I have to be, in February, I will be addressing council with a budget.
Mhm.
I know that Bill, did I exceed $1,000 last year on 40th?
I don't think that you did, no.
How long ago was
There's
it?
some
Bill?
feedback on some costing. I did reach out to Chief Copeland and the police department. Their blast cap event is similar to this, but a little bit different. If we're bringing in food trucks and doing that kind of thing, it could be a little bit different. For blast camp, the last couple of years, they've changed their format to have more of a barbecue event. They've been spending between $1,200 and $1,300 on food. It's all donated money. They get donated funds. That's the cost that they've been spending. They've also been spending $500 to $1,000 on different things like face painting, button making, keychain making, those kind of things. So all in the last couple of blast camps have been about $2,500 altogether.
Okay, I truly intend to keep the cost under $1,000 on this. Reason being is we've got a vendor booth out there, or somebody, we'll put it out for invitation. If somebody wants to come and do face painting, I'm happy for it, you know, or if they want to do button making, it's fine, but we're not gonna, the city's not gonna really sponsor anything other than the event itself, putting the event on, and then making sure that CDC has a table or a booth there so we can hand out the surveys and our cards. I truly believe I can keep the expenses under $1,000 with sponsorships as well
Thank you.
and donations.
And then I think my last question, maybe Tim, this is for you. Do we need insurance, or how insurance play on an event like this?
For this event, since it would be city sponsored, it would be covered under our insurance policy.
Okay.
We would probably need to do some waivers for volunteers, that kind of a thing. But otherwise, it would be under the city's policies.
Tim, will the waivers for the city cleanup be sufficient for that, or do we need to come up with a different
It
waiver?
would be the exact same form.
As far as the entertainment and that kind of thing goes, in the past, I've always asked for a certificate of insurance, so I certainly can do that again. That way, we're not on the hook for anything.
Any other questions?
What do we have in mind for decorations?
Well, what we did at the 40th birthday party was cover everything with balloons. Serious balloons. It's inexpensive. The balloons are biodegradable. We'll get them from, I always want to say Rose City Balloons, that's not right.
I think that it's who we use.
Is that who we, okay. And her balloons are biodegradable, so if we forget one or one deflates and we don't see it, yeah, it will dissipate in the first rain. Or when it gets
They
wet.
filled with helium or are they,
They're helium filled and, the industrial welding place out on Front Street, will donate a helium tank to us. And balloons, I think, cost us $200, maybe $250 last, for the 40th birthday party. Balloons are really simple. You blow them up, tie a string to it, tie it to a lamp post or a bush or something. They're easy to see and easy to clean up. I try to avoid things like paper decorations. They get torn up and you're gonna be scouting for little pieces of paper all over the yard, because excuse me. My belief is when we leave that field, we leave it exactly the way we found it. No divots, no dirt, no garbage anywhere. And any other types of decorations sometimes require zip ties. Those have to be cut. People have a tendency not to be picking those up when they cut them off and throw them away. So pretty much just gonna stick with balloons. I will also, one of the things that vendors booths will be asked to do is decorate their area with their national decorations, whether it's flags, do they do streamers, do they pom-poms, whatever it is. They can decorate their area as well, which I think will bring a lot of color to it.
I have a friend that does the arches with balloons and stuff like that. I was thinking maybe something like that, so that people can take pictures and stuff like that, you know?
Photo op area.
Like, what up, yeah,
You're making- Maybe we could even see while we're doing the photo op sometime, one of the canines could come and be in the photo op with the kids. That would be
Good
cool.
woman for Coda.
Mhm. Or your favorite policeman or fireman.
That is Coda.
Coda, sorry. Dog will win every time.
Seriously does.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions?
Any other question?
I have one more, Tim, this is for you, just for my own curiosity. If a vendor is donating time or something for this event, do they get an in-kind donation from the city? No, right? Is there any I mean, I'm just curious from.
Right, we could definitely provide them a letter of whatever they provided.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, may I-
Go ahead.
Okay. When we have, when I have sponsors for any event or someone donates something in kind. I always make sure that they are on all the marketing materials. In every piece of media that I send out, whether it's a press release or an ad in the paper. And that's what we can provide them. We'll also make some large posters that list out who the sponsors or donors were and what it was. You know, and at the bottom, I always add, make sure that you are doing business with sponsors here in Kaiser. It helps them to just, support our community a little more. So, yes, Elaine, I will make sure that that's what they get and they know that ahead of time, that it's the recognition on paper.
And I know. Dear the media is saying Kaiser Times, but how else are we planning advertising this event? Are we gonna send a note to Dawn and they can post their Instagram and Facebook, everything?
We're gonna, we'll flash social media,
Mhm.
we will get it on, we are, the Kaiser Times is, a partner with KSLM. And so we'll make sure that the girls can get it on the radio as well. And we'll have it in the paper, both on our social media as well. And then I'll have my production guy do a Facebook post on my phone so I can send it to everybody else. I don't know how to create one, so he'll do that. And that way we just keep forwarding on and sharing it with everybody.
And I talked to Jane at the bank, she can put it on the bank marquee,
Okay,
and I'm sure we can get the city to put it on their marquee outside.
I could have one of my peeps also call those that do have marquees, like the rec,
Correct.
the old,
What now?
Kaiser Liquor Building, what's in there now? Oh, Whitnell.
Yep.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Now, we could get them on all of the read reports. That would be really cool.
What about the neighborhood associations? Information?
Get that, get it out to them.
You know, I have a question, if anybody knows. Now, I was with a friend the other day and he got on Facebook an announcement for the, guys of,
Oh, yeah, the restaurant.
the restaurant.
Oh, faux restaurant.
Yeah.
Restaurant.
Yeah, and anyway, but he, he got it, he's not friends with anybody, but he got it, so I wonder how they do that, that they can send
You geofence it and anybody in the area who.
yeah, that's.
Food or
Yeah.
restaurant, goes to
That, so that,
And we can create it.
yeah, so you have to pay for that stuff?
Facebook.
oh, you have to-
And
Yeah.
there's.
Just great enough, yeah.
And it's,
this pump.
I've looked at that in my advertising biz and that gets a little sketchy sometimes. Doing it that way, but, and you do have to pay for the ad to go on.
They just curious how that happened, because he's like, well, then it's got this announcement that it's open, and I said, really? Wow, that's crazy.
On the same Facebook, cause I got that too, invitation. To go to the restaurant.
Jane?
I would encourage you, once you have your flyer for the event, to send it to the chamber to be included in their weekly newsletter.
Okay.
That goes out every Monday morning, and they can keep it,
Okay.
in there, like, you get it to them like the month leading up to, and then because the city is a member. If the city creates the event, right, on their Facebook page, then the chamber can also share it, and everybody can share that event, and then they can invite people
Okay.
within their circle. And then it'll just start showing up in people's.
So speaking of our sheets. Can we utilize these volunteers board meetings as or need you at our table? But this one is incomplete, it only has hearts. But I think if we kind of use these. And share that we need youth liaisons in our meetings and. All the different things going on. It will help boost, and even if they're sending Dawn. Info. When there's an opening, she can say, we now have an opening on whatever board.
We do have that city postcard, did council go ahead and approve it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, I think
Okay.
after today.
Okay.
Do we know-
Well, I think that when city council approves theirs, that would work. Would it, Tammy?
I think so.
Dawn, maybe this for you, do you know when it's on their agenda to reveal that postcard? Is that on their agenda for city council?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so they probably don't have it, so have you had a chance to send it to her, to send to the council so it can be on their agenda?
Yeah, Dawn has,
absolutely. Okay.
Dawn and Tim have everything.
So,
I know the next meeting on Monday is for the Kaiser Little League. I don't know what's on the agenda the following week. It'll be a regular session. And that, if possible, would be nice to have it on the agenda then,
what, 2 weeks from now?
hopefully. Any other questions? Speaking of the flyer, all the changes have been made. Do we want to do anything else with it? We've made all the changes and correction. Any other feedback? Robin?
The flyer has been updated. Its last change has been made. Is there a possibility we could get these printed off soon? Or do we need to go to council to get them printed?
We need to go back one last time, make sure there's no.
No other.
No other.
It needs to get approved before we
Official.
technically can print and share.
So if you folks are,
Once we have approval, then we can do that. Shane?
Thank you, Chair Pence. We double check that the font is within the branding guidelines
I believe that, yes, I'll double check.
and that all the colors and everything are the same. Okay. That was it.
Shani, Dawn was really nice and sent us the whole key, your colors and font. I was excited.
Thank you.
All right, any other comments or concerns on Nations Day? Yes. Go for it.
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Next time.
So let's move on to number 7, or.
I'm sorry, on the All Nations Day, who's doing what?
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Like, wait, we talked a lot, but.
we did.
Um,
Okay, so I'm gonna let you take lead, okay, for this piece.
I. I will open it up to the floor. Is there anyone, Pete, say that Elaine, you're comfortable doing on this?
On this,
I need to look at the schedule, see if I have my kids.
Okay,
It's very sparse, so give me a month,
okay,
and I can have an idea.
I lately, I mean, my kids attend Willamette Valley Christian and I normally have them with their auction, so I'm kind of familiar with some things. Let me just look at my schedule, if I have my kids, and if I generally don't, I know what I may be available to help with.
thanks, Ely. Osceola,
Um,
are you the operations kind of guy?
operations, or I can help kind of orchestrate volunteers as well. So if we have volunteers, or I can go find volunteers,
Okay.
and the day of, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, when
Okay.
they're supposed to be doing it.
Why don't you take operations? And then and volunteers can come once. We're about halfway there, then we'll know where we'll truly need and the numbers that we'll need.
Okay. For food trucks, obviously they're a paid vendor, but will they need to have a sale license to be at this event?
They need to have their permits, and any of the food trucks that we would invite in would have them.
Okay,
Yeah, it would be like the taco truck.
mhm.
Didn't you talk about doing a cap with the food trucks too?
Yeah,
To go
yeah.
over a certain one.
Exactly, I'm gonna make sure that their pricing is a little lower than normal, so families can afford meals. And it's gonna not be outrageously expensive, and then limit the type of product each truck does, so each one has a different menu, so no one's competing against each other.
Right. Cool.
Shaney, does the chamber have a list of food trucks? We can partner with the chamber maybe for this piece. To help with the food trucks.
Well,
I mean, let me clarify that, we have a list of those who are members. And we might have a list of a few more, but my suggestion would be to not. Taking my chamber hat off and then putting my council hat on, I would. Encourage this group to not rely only on the list of trucks that are members of the chamber, but I would cast a wide net for. Just everybody to have a chance at participating.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna touch base with the Climate Creek Watershed Group too, because we use food trucks for a lot of our events. Robin and then Elaine.
I have a complete list of all the food trucks in Kaiser and Salem. Cause I do business with them, and I am happy to take vendors and food trucks. To invite them in, making sure they know what the rules are, inviting them in, making sure they have all of the necessary permits and licenses that they need to have when they come in. And then that won't take long, it's a matter of sending out an invite, getting an acceptance or rejection back. And then I can move on to entertainment.
Okay. Elaine.
I need to go back and look at my schedule with the kids in school and everything.
And if there's nothing assigned to me, I can jump in and help Robin or Fossil, and then just. We don't get here then.
I would also like to be part of the entertainment.
Okay.
Date. Do you have an idea of time? Do we have an idea of date?
I don't have an idea of a date, it would be, I would like to shoot for this. The third or fourth Saturday in September, but I need to check with Lily. In events to see if there's anything going on out there first.
Okay.
And see what we've got open.
The second weekend is the.
Oh.
Sorry. Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest is the second.
Okay.
Ralph?
Huh?
Should be the third weekend. Or the second, is it the second week?
I think it's the second. So, it's another weekend, we're going for, yeah.
Is there anything going on in Salem in September? So again, another.
I make sure I check all the calendars.
Tim,
I just want to circle back before you go and get too aggressive with all of the vendors and stuff. We need to make sure we get it approved by the city council.
Right.
And then agreeing with the concept would be promised on a plan. So I believe that was the first meeting in February. They were gonna bring the plan back.
Okay,
So date, time, description.
Yeah, we'll kind of need some of those details, and I can check with Lily tomorrow to see if any of the weekends are booked, and then let you all know.
perfect.
And just as far as Oktoberfest, that's the third week of September, from the 17th through the 20th.
So not the third.
So then it would be the 24th through the 26th. Do we want it on a weekend? If it's on a weekend, we might be able to draw more families out.
Yeah, weekend.
Saturday.
So Saturday the 26th
Well, we'll still have to check with Elaine. I mean, with Lily,
with Lily.
before we make that solid. And
Yeah.
then,
We'll shoot for that.
with the, okay. And when I'll check with her tomorrow,
Okay,
and then I'll send an email to Tammy and Dawn letting me know the date, so you can get that out. And what Lily says.
perfect. Any other?
That's it.
All right. Let's move on to number 7, observances. We have a couple that still need some names. Huh?
Here's this one,
Yeah. So we have March 16th, Women's History Month still available. I'll take that. Robin? Yeah. Okay. June 1st and then June 15th. Do both of these come before city council, Shani?
The whole list comes before city council for approval
Okay, but we're only doing one proclamation
per meeting.
per meeting.
And I would like just to those people who are coordinating with the speakers, it's 5 minutes total. So between the reading of the proclamation and whatever the presentation is, it's 5 minutes total.
okay.
And when do you have to have this list filled out by? When do you need to present this to city council?
Okay. So clarity on that, it's not, you don't need to have the committee members identified going to city council, it's just your list of proposed
Observances.
observances.
Tim?
The city council was gonna look at the observances last meeting on last Monday. I got a little late, it's scheduled for the next meeting. And at this point, there's been no recommendations of any changes. So at this point, it really would be for this group to start tentatively lining up some speakers. And then at that point, we can bring the list of speakers back, whenever that time period happens.
Madam Chair, I'll take indigenous people stay as well.
Okay, and I'm gonna take November 2nd.
Yeah, I'll take September 8th. No, I'm sorry, not Friday, the 31st.
There are 2 November 2nds on the list.
Oh, there are.
One's supposed to be 12th or
Yeah.
21st.
Should be whatever that second.
I'll take the 2nd.
The second is the ceremony. The second is supposed to be the 12th,
The second
the national.
Veterans and Military Families Month.
It should be November 16th, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
I would do the September 8th. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Do we need to be present as well, if you're? No,
No,
Okay, so I'll work on the September eighth.
So just the presenter is okay to be there, is what you're saying? Cause who will introduce the presenter?
the mayor.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can also get a biography, just a real brief biography and send it to me and then I'll get that to the
Okay.
mayor. And I missed some of you. So
The 21st.
Yeah. So you are the 21st National Hispanic Heritage Month?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Elaine is September 8th, the National Suicide
Yes.
Exemption, okay. And I have Robin for Women's History Month. And I heard you volunteer for,
Indigenous Peoples' Day, October 5th.
thank you.
we're just missing the June ones, it looks like.
And who's doing?
March 16th. Oh, Robin, sorry.
Robin is March 16th,
And Tammy,
and
which
then
one did
Human
you want?
Rights Day.
You wanted to do one of the November ones?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do November 16th,
Okay,
National Veterans Day.
and I'm gonna work with Marlene on that one. She's already agreed.
and then did someone volunteer for the Native American Heritage Month for November 2nd?
That is typically done
The mayor.
I've been the
and
mayor.
with Chair Pigsley.
So we have June 1st and 5th.
So we have June 1st and June 15th, and then December 7th.
I can try, I don't have anything on top of my head right now, but I can try to look. For some speakers, some more information for June 1st and for the 15th. I just need some time. Unless somebody has something now.
For both Junes? You'll look at both June 1st and the 15th.
I can give me 2 weeks, yeah, I will reach out to people, see if I can get more information. And then I will email you just so you have just in case for next meeting.
I can do Human Rights Day in December. All right, any other changes? Do we, yeah, Larry has February. Did we miss anybody? All right. Bob, do we need to vote to send this to city council?
No, it's going there. It's from a resolution that they adopted, so it's there. So
Perfect. All right, the last thing is the list on page 10.
Alright.
Yep, on the back. Is it? Anybody need to make any changes to work with the groups? So you're part of budget or taking on budget, thank you. Emergency planning and Kaiser Public Arts is Robin. I'm doing parks. Planning is Elaine. Larry's doing multimodal and you have volunteer coordinating committee,
Yeah.
Elaine.
Would anybody maybe be willing to stay with me July and August? Or summer and may or may not be in town?
If you're not here, call me and I will take care of it.
Cute, okay. I will go check, thank you.
Dawn, you already put a letter out about us inviting everybody. Did everybody reply to you for that? Yeah.
No, the only people who replied are the ones that I noted on here, under the members attending the CDC meeting. Those are the only that we have,
Okay,
and I sent it twice.
so Rhonda's gonna attend for the emergency planning. Lori,
I'm talking to Lori Christopher and see if she'll come with public arts. She's still on that committee, right? Okay.
She's the liaison, she's not a member.
yeah, she's not a member.
Is Becca still on that committee?
Yeah.
I'll
Reach
go
out
ahead
to
and-
Becca, that was gonna be my response. Oh, actually. Good idea. All right, and I will reach out to Lisa and Matt and see which one may be available. In June. Matt may not be able to commit that far ahead, but I think it'll be a problem. Okay. Joint City Council meeting with CDEC is March 30th.
Same time.
Yep,
Six.
here. Yep, here. Has everybody attended a joint session? No. Tim or Shani, would you like to share what that looks like? Go ahead.
In the past, we've gone over the resolution forming the committee and the appendix to that resolution, which outlines the task responsibilities that this group is been tasked with. Then kind of get an update of where we're at, what we're working on, and if the city council has any direction or guidance of what they want us to work on next. And that's been the basics of what we've done.
Tim, are we gonna be back into the strategic plan around that time frame?
We probably will be, yes.
So for the next meeting, can you remind everybody on this committee what we're tasked with? It has been a while. I did look at it a little bit today. But not enough to say this is something we
Right.
talked about working on.
At this point, there's no assigned task per se. We're still working through the actual document itself at the city council level. Once they, I think there'll probably be some additional communication at some point. City council is the point where they're gonna have a work session, go through the finer points of the plan. And then at that point, depending on where how they feel the document is, at that point, they'll either adopt it or send it out for more communication information. Once it gets adopted, it'll come back and we can parse through it and see if there's anything that this committee would be advising on, and we can start adding that to our task plan.
Perfect. Next order of business, neighborhood association reports. Thank you, Jackie. Staff and liaisons.
I have nothing to report, I'm last minute filling.
Robin?
I have reached out to Leslie and Jane with Osseo CC'd in. Finding out which day is the best for all of us to meet. So far, the 12th, 16th, and 23rd has been thrown out, but just waiting for a solid date and time, and I'll let everybody know. And this is in regards to doing the video with the volunteer committee. And then I sent an email to Bill Lawyer today, because one of the things I was tasked with was making sure that we were involved in partnering with Public Works, where there's the public is gonna be there, so we can make sure that we're sending, handing out our CDEC cards and surveys. And so I asked him about partnering him definitely with the city center cleanup and soggy days and anything else that he can come up with, but I bet he'll wait till March to respond.
So Claggett Creek Watershed Council meets tomorrow. If you loop me into that email, I will bring it up tomorrow night at the meeting. Tim,
Just at the dais, there was a copy of the citizen survey. I just wanted to give you an update, some background on this. The city of Kaiser hasn't done a city resident citizen survey for a couple of years. We're actually reaching out to a formal company, professional group that does this. They have over 500 cities that they do a similar survey for. So the hope is we're gonna get about 2,000 randomly selected residents to fill this out for us. There is gonna be an option, in addition to that formal survey, we'll have a link that we can pass around to anyone else who wants to complete the survey as well. The results from the 2,000 will be separately presented from the rest of the survey, so that we can have a statistically sound survey and then kind of a snowball with everything else in it as well. So that's kind of the plan. The hope is January, or the hope for this is February, March time period. I think the last time I checked. Although this still hasn't gone to the city council for approval. Again, it was on the last meeting's agenda, which is now on the 20th. To have a discussion about it, so that the timing may change. But the ask tonight is that you look through the questions. See if there's anything that you think is missing that we need to add. Questions 1 through 12 are all standard questions that they use. And if we try to change those, we won't really be able to compare to the other 500 cities. So we don't really have the ability to change those, although we have made some changes, pulled out ones that don't necessarily apply to Kaiser. For questions 13 through 16, those are the questions that got it added in at the executive leadership team. Hasn't been approved yet by the city council. So you can take a peek at those. And if there's, like I said, if there's something missing that you think that we need to add, please let me know. And I think we'll have until the next meeting when we get back together again to incorporate any additional feedback that you folks may have. But again, questions 1 through 12 can't make any changes. 13 through 16 are the ones that the city has added so far. And if there's anything missing, please let me know. That's all I got. Thank you.
Always. Tim, when this was finalized, and the Kaiser Times did a QR code, so we can do a little blurb and then it's convert and online to generate some more.
Absolutely.
Survey specs on things.
Yeah, I would like a copy of that too, so we can share it with all the neighborhood associations and really push getting a lot of feedback. I think that would be super helpful. Shane?
I have a question, Tim, on that. Are you gonna wait until after how are you gonna determine, or what's the process? I know you said there's the 2,000 statistically sound, and then you're gonna open it up and you're gonna keep those separate. Are you waiting to do the 2,000 first before you open it up, so you don't get any duplicate answers?
That's a good question. From what I understand, that the 2,000 are gonna be individually barcoded. So you can identify that they have a.
Okay.
So the 2,000 are gonna have a unique identifier to each survey, so they know exactly who fills it out and who doesn't. And I believe they're gonna have some similar mechanisms so that they'll be able to eliminate if they get someone filling out 2 surveys. But I think you're probably right, they probably kick off the initial 2,000 so that they don't get rolled into this snowball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look like you have one more.
No, it's coming to city council, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll ask my question there. Thank you.
Offsite meeting, Tim, any results reaching out to the Kaiser Community Center? I have not been able to connect with the pastor. She said she'd touch base with me tomorrow. I'm trying to nail that down a little bit more.
We have not heard anything yet either.
Should we start looking at a backup venue
Yes.
for the offsite meeting so that
so.
we don't miss our timeline that we set for that?
I don't.
You have a list, and I don't have your with me, but they don't have a list of possible options, and I know that start with the red, then we know there's some ADA. Conflicts there, then we moved to the second place, like some,
ADA accessible, you guys have.
but there was a time,
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Staircase.
and then the second place that had picked for January didn't work out, so what was our third option? I think we had a list at some point, I don't recall.
I think we've got a list of 6 or 7 places, but one place that might be easy to work with would be the View. ADA accessible, they have a big enough conference room. Where they, or a room they could set us up in. I think it would only be a matter of making sure that Dawn's equipment works down there. And I can't think of anything else.
What about the fire district's community room?
Oh, that would be a good one too.
Yeah, that's really local.
My question would be asked, is there? We're trying to take these meetings offsite to infiltrate the different communities. Would it be would there be any members of Kaiser that might be object to being in the fire department? I mean,
I don't think we're gonna know the answer unless we try.
I throwing it out there. I think the fire department's a really good spot for it because it's ADA.
I think it's a
got
great
everything we
spot,
need.
they have a great space available. And I've seen a ton of people, especially over Christmas, coming out for the pancake breakfast and all we have in this stuff.
It would.
I don't think there's anybody that it would exclude. So,
I can reach out to both of those and see if either of them are available.
Perfect.
thank you. It also builds that other partnership and engagement with other. partners.
Sure. Right. I just need
The senior center?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
another
the
good one.
senior
too. I think
center.
that's on our list as well.
Yeah, senior center was on it.
I'll sign that list and send it over to you.
Now, can you resend us that list?
I don't recall that I have it unless I made those notes in the minutes.
I don't think, I don't know where the list came from, I don't think.
Ron, would
I don't
you,
think.
And
would
I,
you send it to Dawn so
Dawn,
Dawn
I'll
will
send
send
you
it
the
out,
list
cause
that-
I don't wanna. Get into the deliberation piece of. And I'll say your name.
okay.
Who is going to be available to report January 20th?
I can.
Something comes out real fast, but I can.
Did you get that done?
Yes, Elaine, thank you.
Okay. Anything else for good of the order? This meeting is adjourned at 6:59.
Thank you.
Way to do that.
Wow.
That
was a lot.
No. Yeah.
Already.
Taking my identity.
You already lost the shares. You're finding some, you know, there's.
All Nations Day. Oh, like the names of the members of here.
Then you've got, yeah. then totally paper. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh.